Listen, there's a lot of naysayers online saying that this deal won't happen. Now, I've already talked about why NIO is denying it because they have an NDA going on. Of course, they're not going to say anything about it publicly. But I've already laid out all the evidence. And if you want to double check that, I'll have that linked in the description down below. The question becomes, do you trust me or do you trust the naysayers? Those naysayers with their Seeking Alpha articles, they don't even own a NIO. I own one NIO. Maybe that's not enough for you guys to trust me and all the evidence that I laid out, but I'm telling you, at least I trust the NIO owner with 23 NIOs. Maybe he's 23 times more trustworthy than me. He who happens also to be close friends with the CEO and knows a whole lot more about NIO than I do. That's just a fact. And he is 90% sure, confident that there's something going on and that a deal is going to happen. It's just not the right time for NIO to publicly talk about it. So it doesn't really matter if you trust the naysayers that don't even own a NIO with the writing articles online. Maybe they're paid by hedge funds to promote a special agenda. It doesn't even matter if you trust me, just the NIO owner showing you what NIO is all about, the good, the bad, the great, the ugly. I talked all about it. But what's most important is that I personally trust the NIO owner with 23 NIOs. That's all that matters. He said 90% sure it's going to happen. That trumps over my opinion. Look, at the end of the day, I'm not forcing this information on you. You can believe whatever you want to believe. But I'm just sharing with you the evidence that I laid out. And I'm telling you, I trust the NIO owner with 23 NIOs. What those naysayers say is irrelevant because I don't trust them. They have no idea what things are like. Having that said, we all live in a free world. Well, at least you guys do. So you're free to believe whatever you want to believe. Now, a subscriber, one of you guys, offered in a very interesting clue, reminded us all that there is a event going on very soon in Munich, Germany, the IAA Mobility, that's going to be held on September 5th onwards to September 10th. It's open information that Mercedes is going to release and announce a new concept car that's entry level based on the CLA platform. Potentially, this could be a very good time for Mercedes to announce that this vehicle was going to be able to do battery swaps and announce this partnership. This is pretty much open information, all right? We might potentially get more information about this on September 5th to September 10th. Also, a subscriber commented in my previous video. One of his friend, German friend that works in merger and acquisition in Shanghai, said that there's definitely a deal that's going to happen. Take it for what it's worth. Like I said, if the NIO owner of 23 NIOs close to the CEO says 90% sure it's going to happen, what I think is irrelevant, what the other guys think is irrelevant, what the naysayers think is irrelevant, because I trust this guy. He is much closer to the top than I am. And I am much closer to the top than those naysayers that don't know anything, just writing their Seeking Alpha articles. But I also want to talk about why this would be a massive win for NIO, even if it doesn't involve investment from Mercedes, even if it's just we're going to launch a vehicle that can do battery swap. You know, it's not that much of a big deal in terms of PR, but it is a big deal for NIO because once this news gets out, what's going to happen? Well, people that don't know about NIO and don't know about battery swap are going to know about battery swap now. I think that is the biggest win and takeaway from this deal. It's recognition. Everybody knows about Mercedes. Everybody knows about Tesla. So few people know about NIO. So many people think those battery swap stations are either large AC units or auto car wash places. Absolute bonkers. So this deal not only helps Mercedes stay relevant, but also gets the word out. Like, oh my God, everybody sees the headline, Mercedes working with NIO, accepting NIO's battery swap. What is this battery swap? Let me find out. Boom. They learned that it's from a brand, NIO. Oh, let's check out NIO's vehicles. Wow, battery swap is so nice and so convenient. I thought that was an AC unit. Looks like I'm wrong. That's not an AC unit. Holy crap, battery swap has so many benefits, not just time-wise, but also I can upgrade the battery. Holy crap. Also, when my battery gets old and degraded, it's not stuck on my EV, I can, of course, swap it out. Damn, I gotta go buy a NIO. Recognition is the most important thing. That's why you see the NIO store placed very close to Tesla stores. Because if people check out Tesla, and they check out NIO and understand the whole entire NIO ecosystem and they understand it fully, most people will choose a NIO. You know, a couple of weeks back, and this was actually more than like a month and a half back, I was in the stores, of course, in the front lines trying to sell NIOs to customers. There was this one young guy, and he came in with his grandparents, and he actually ordered a Tesla, and he just wanted to come in and check out NIO, and he just took a quick glance, but he didn't really want to like go in depth about what NIO is all about. And of course, I talked to him about battery swap, but he didn't really know what it was, and he was a little bit shy. He didn't really want to like do that much talking, and he just left and went back to the Tesla store. But it shows the understanding of NIO is still not there yet, and with this deal, everybody's gonna know about NIO. That's the most important thing. Whether or not you think it's gonna happen, that's up to you. That's your own opinion. Who you trust, that's up to you. That's your opinion. But I personally trust the NIO owner of 23 NIOs. He thinks it's going to happen. 90% sure. Cool. You might believe 50-50. You might believe only 20% chance of happening. But I trust this guy. And I'm just letting you guys know, not forcing this information on you. You can form your own opinions. You guys live in a free world. And guys, remember, it's very easy for people to just say, no, it's fake, and just scream that out, shout it out. But it's very difficult for you to gather evidence on the ground here, get those little pieces of information together, and consolidate this information together. Believe what you guys want to believe. I believe this guy, he knows so much about the company, down to what the supplier is for the seats, to the LiDAR, to who makes what material in the car. Like, what? I talked to this guy, and he's just like a treasure box of information, all right? I try to like get little snippets off of him, but he talks so much information. It's so hard for me to like memorize everything. But that's just him. I trust this guy. And perhaps you want to see more videos of him. I had this video where we got 5 NIO owners, including me. We discussed about the future of NIO and whether or not the ES6 was going to hurt the ES7 and the core differences between the two. Go check that out. It's right over here. It's in Chinese, but I got English subtitles translated for you guys. It's a treasure trove of information. Go watch it if you want more wisdom. Wish you guys good health and good wealth. Peace out.